Welcome to lesson 1.1, the workspace. In this first tutorial, I want to go over with you the Adobe Illustrator CS6 interface. The first thing I want to show you is your toolbar on your left. Notice whenever you hover over any of these tools, you'll see the name of the tool appear along with the quick key command in parentheses. A couple of the tools that we're going to be working with a lot in the next couple tutorials are going to be the selection tool, your direct selection tool, your pen tool, the hand tool, and your zoom tool. So if you notice on any of these tools, there's a little black arrow on the bottom. That means there's tools hidden underneath that. So you can click on that arrow and you can drag out the other tool options. Okay, I'm going to close that by clicking on the X. Now I want to go over your palette. Your palette is located on the right side. You have a lot of different options here for controlling colors and your stroke, your layers, your artboard. You can expand and collapse this by clicking here. You can also, similar to the tools, you can drag out certain palettes that you want to work with, and you can always drag them back into where they came from. If you've dragged one out and you close it with the X and you can't find it here anymore, you can always go up to your Windows option on your menu and you can find it there by name. So I just closed swatches or color, I believe, and now I have my color again and I can drag it back to where it came from. Up here you have your control panel. This gives you some of the options that you can get in your palette. Illustrator likes to make it easy for you, so depending on what tool you're working on or what type of drawing you're doing, it will give you some options that will help you work with that particular tool, so you don't have to necessarily go over here to your palettes or go up into your menu options. Here, this black line around your screen indicates your artboard. This white area inside the black line is your artboard, and you can consider this area outside of that black line your scrap. So anything that you'd want to print, you'd want to keep that within your artboard space. Let me just show you how to open a new file. Most likely you're going to be working with the demo files that I provide for you, but in the event you're eventually going to have to open your own new files, let's just go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go to File, New. And here we have the name of our document. You can name it whatever you like. Here we have the number of artboards. So currently on the screen, I just showed you that we had one artboard open. I could choose to have several. And depending on what you're doing, maybe you're setting up a line sheet that's going to have many pages. And then I can select the number of artboards, and then I can also decide how I want to arrange them. I'm going to keep mine here letter size. Assuming maybe I want to print this out later on, I'm going to do it on letter size paper. You can choose other sizes here. And then I also want to change my units to inches. Here I can choose the orientation of my artboard. Currently I had up a portrait. I could also choose landscape if I wanted to. And then I can press OK. I'm going to press cancel now because I already have a file open. Now, after we've started working on this, we want to make sure that we're going to save properly. I'm going to go into File, Save As. Let's pretend that we haven't saved this for the first time. And I can choose where I want to save this. Let me change this to a different name. And here is where I can choose the version of Illustrator I want to save it in. For instance, if you're working on a computer that's not yours at home, maybe that computer has a newer version of Illustrator, you want to make sure that you're going to save in the version that you're going to open it up with the most. So when you open this file up on another computer, you won't have any issues. Okay, so I'm going to press cancel here. And that is the end of tutorial 1.